Welcome back to the Mayverse, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today we're talking about the new Warhammer 40k game, which came out of nowhere. It is called Speed Freaks, and believe it or not, it's like a car combat game. It's like old school Twisted Metal or Cell Damage, but in the Warhammer 40k universe, and it is I was instantly intrigued, but I've been playing it. It's an open alpha right now. You can request access on Steam and join the alpha. And it's way more fun than I expected. I always liked car combat games back in the day, but they've obviously fallen off. There's rumors of a new Twisted Metal game coming. But the developer of this game, Caged Element, actually has been running a car combat series called Grip, which I was actually unaware of. So here you're looking at Grip, again, this developer's previous game. It looks a lot like F-Zero, but with combat in it, and I was totally unaware of it. And as you can see, it looks pretty impressive, pretty cool, but wait till you see Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks. So here's some gameplay from Warhammer 40k Speed Freaks, which I recorded myself last night. If you're a Warhammer 40k fan, a lot of this is going to feel familiar. If you're not a Warhammer 40k fan, I think you're just going to find a lot to like. Something you're going to notice, there's a lot of different vehicles in this game with a lot of different styles. You're seeing, a tank. The car that I just died in is a bit of a sniper. There's like hit and run style vehicles. That one car has like this cool melee where you get up close and you can hook them with a grappling hook and then melee them and do huge damage. There's a land boat. There's tanks. There's everything you could want. And this is just the alpha, guys. There's just a ton of variety here. All the cars, all the vehicles, all the combatants are run by different crews of orcs. Again, I personally am not a huge Warhammer 40k guy. I love the aesthetic. I've always wanted to dive into the universe, but I never have. I've played Space Marine. I'm playing Bolt Gun right now, which is great. But, I can't look at every single car in this game and be like, oh, this is that, this is that. But what you're going to find is really cool. Something that really impressed me, there's a bunch of different levels. And how this game works is there's different objectives. And you have teams, as you can see. And it's your team's objective to hold these zones, and then once you hold it for long enough, kind of like territories or domination or something like that, you race off to the next zone, right? And that's kind of how the game plays out, at least in this alpha stage. There will likely be other modes added down the road. But what impressed me the most is just the level design. It's that Warhammer 40k grimdark aesthetic, which really looks great. The developers have done a great job bringing it to life, making it feel dark and gritty, but also alive. Like in this level, there's lava, there's a lava waterfall in the back, there's lots of machinery everywhere. But each level definitely feels different and has a different vibe to it. And because there's all these different zones, the zones are spread out quite far. So it kind of does feel like there's a race from one zone to the next. So there's almost this racing element. And after the final zone, and the match is basically over, there's a literal race to the finish line, and whoever gets there first, wins, kind of, so to speak. And it's team-based, so your team wins no matter what, but there's a little extra race at the end, which is a cool feature. And obviously there's combat involved in that as well, stopping the other team from getting there. The combat in the game is really fun. Again, there's a whole bunch of different styles. There's a sniper style, there's a melee style, there's grenade launchers on one of these cars. There's Molotovs to be thrown. There's a tank. Like everything you could imagine, they've done a great job here. And I thought I'd be interested in this game. And, because I like the Warhammer 40k thing, just the way it looks, it was a good reason for me to jump into this universe a little bit again, as somebody who likes it, but, is not obsessed with it or anything like that. But what I found is way more fun than I really ever expected. So my big question about Speed Freaks, I love it. There's awesome levels, there's awesome cars, great combat, everything about it. The art, really, really good. My question is, how will they keep players engaged? And one of the reasons that car combat games have fallen out of love, I guess, there's not a lot of people out there playing car combat games or even making car combat games these days. What type of live service can they put together? Will they have a ranked mode with rewards that keep players going? Will they have a campaign with a Warhammer 40k universe story to be told? Battle passes. Will they have seasons with new cars and new zones being added? How do they plan to expand this and keep the people who I think are going to find this game quite fun and want to play it and try it and enjoy it? How are they going to keep people engaged? And that's not unique to this franchise or this genre. Obviously, this is like the question that every developer, every publisher, anyone making a video game these days has to ask. But with with car combat kind of just now maybe starting to make a very minor comeback with Speed Freaks, and then if the new Twisted Metal game is real, how are they going to keep players engaged and playing the game on a daily basis? Buying skins. How good will the skins for the vehicles be? I assume they're going to have to do something like that. They're going to have to monetize. It sounds like the game is going to be free to play. So that's going to have to be a thing, I would imagine. Well, I truly believe that they're onto something unique and special here. I hope Warhammer 40K fans embrace it. It seems like it's a lot of fun, and it's worth playing, especially if it's free to play. There's no reason not to check it out. You can download the alpha on Steam right now as we speak. I encourage you to check it out. After you play it, let me know in the comments what you think of it. And I kind of wonder, like, I've been thinking about car combat battle royale for a while. One developer tried it, and it was an indie developer, and they had to shut the game down. But I don't really think that means that the concept won't work. And I have to wonder, could they try something like that? Who knows, right? Like, maybe that's something else that they try down the road to keep players engaged and to bring new content, to try different modes. But anyway, I really encourage you guys all to try this game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think you'll love it. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. I'm going to let you guys watch a full match worth of footage right after this, so you can see what it plays like in full without me talking and running my mouth. You can hear the experience, and then go download it, guys. Warhammer 40K Speed Freaks. Thanks for watching. Make sure you go check out my other channel, Midnightmare, which is dedicated solely to Dead Drop and Midnight Society. I think you're going to love the content over there, which is really my main focus right now is Dead Drop. So go check it out. We'll see you in the next video. Mayor Reynolds out.
Put the pedal to the floor! They cheated and got theirs first! Get to the new point. They cheated and got theirs first. Get to the new point. Them gits were faster. new point. No one's faster than us!